going on? Jerome's NFL free agency is afoot. Well, it hasn't officially started, but want to do a reaction and a recap of what has gone down around the league as of right now, 11:30 a.m. Central Time, because things are moving fast and furious. I love it. It's one of the best times of the NFL calendar, besides the draft, besides the regular season, besides the playoffs, besides the Super Bowl. On that, free agency is really good. Anyway, so top tier, we're going to go through the big money contracts as well as teams that are just really getting after it. So Trent Williams, overnight, inking up and becoming the highest paid left tackle in NFL history, averaging $23.01 million per. Now, it was funny because Bakhtiari just inked his deal with the Packers a couple months ago where it was 23. So Trent Williams just like, definitely deserves it. But also, you're giving a 6-year deal to a guy who turns 33 in July. That is a lot of faith. But I love Trent Williams. Wish the Vikings would have been in, but it's a lot of money. Bud Dupree spanking it. 5-year, $82.5 million deal with the Tennessee Titans, who had massive edge needs. $16.5 million per. And you look through, like the edge rusher money, it ain't that big. Like it's big, but it's not big. Like we're not talking about Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, DeMarcus Lawrence type money being thrown around here. So that's really Myles Garrett type money. So it's really interesting. Joe Thuney became the highest paid long-term deal guard in NFL history, $16 million per, jumping Joe Thuney. Plus, what's significant is that he has guarantees going into his third year. I believe next March, the third year of his extension guarantees. So that's really significant. A lot of these 4, 5, 6-year deals are really just 1 or 2-year deals with a lot of window dressing on the back end. So that's whatever. Shaq Barrett, like we mentioned, running back with the champs, $17 million per, played last year on the franchise tag. Leonard Floyd. So draft bust with the Bears, signed a 1-year, I believe it was like $4 million deal with the Rams, and showed up and showed out and got paid. Respect to the pride of Georgia. The guy who threw up at his pro day because he said he ate too much breakfast, which is kind of funny. Corey Linsley, formerly of the Packers, the Chargers offensive line was straight booty, so that made him the highest paid center in NFL history, getting 5 years, $62.5 million deal. Again, you're giving a 5-year deal to a 30-year-old? Okay, sure. Trey Hendrickson, the Vikings had some fleeting interest, but they weren't going to be able to match the $15 million per year that the Bengals threw at him, so he goes to the Queen City. And he replaces Carl Lawson, who went to the Jets, also got $15 million per, but on a 3-year deal. But Matt Judon, we talked about the edge rusher money is kind of down. So Judon making 13.6 with the Patriots, $13 million for Akwara re-signing with the Lions. But we got to talk about the Patriots. All right, so we got to talk about New England. Bill Belichick saw Tom Brady. Tom Brady. And he was like, I'm going to spend all the money. So they were in cap hell last year. They got through it. So they threw money at Judon. They signed 2 tight ends, Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. Plus, remember, they drafted 2 tight ends last year, including Matt LaCroix. So, okay. They gave Jalen freaking Mills, $6 million per year. Really? Nelson Aguilar rehabbed his career, was a bust with the Eagles, had 1 nice year with the Raiders. Godchow coming up from Miami. Kendrick Bourne coming over from the Niners, underutilized wide receiver I really enjoy. Henry Anderson coming over from the Jets. Ted Karras also coming up from Miami. Wow. They're just getting it. Vikings, like we talked about, Dalvin Tomlinson was a phenomenal signing. By the way, a running back named Dalvin Tomlinson would run for 3,000 yards a year. Face. Weatherly had already been signed. Nick Vigil, a nice depth linebacker signing. I do not expect him to start. I expect him to be that 4th linebacker, veteran backup, play some special teams. But on a relatively cheap deal, he is back. They don't have Rashad Hill listed, but that's whatever. But also, let's talk about the Jaguars. Let's talk about Duval, man. So Urban Meyer is in the house, and they're just getting it. Trent Baalke's just signing checks. Shaquille Griffin, who I thought was going to end up back with Seattle, but giving him $13 million per. We had ballparked Vikings, if they threw $12 million per, maybe it'd work out. Not so much. Rayshawn Jenkins, one of the best kept secrets in the league, really phenomenal safety, giving him a big time deal. Roy Robertson Harris, RRH, going from Chicago to Duval. Marvin Jones, I love the Marvin Jones signing. They also got Jamal Agnew as well. So both of them heading from Detroit to Jacksonville. Agnew, more of a special teams guy, was formerly a cornerback. I don't really count him as a wide receiver. Let's see here. Manhurts is there. Carlos Hyde getting back together with Urban Meyer's coach at Ohio State. So, yeah, I like what Jacksonville's doing, man. Oh, they got Dorsett and they re-signed Sidney Jones. It's really funny. Who else is getting it? Oh, Houston, Nick Cassera, low key spending some money. So they signed Ty God. Is that on here? I mean, look how many guys Houston signed. So they signed Ty God. It's about a $12 million deal, or up to. They're probably hedging just in case Deshaun Watson is going to be traded, which I think he is. But look at this. Kevin Pierre-Louis, Andre Roberts, a lot of really small second and tertiary level deals. But yeah, Nick Cassero is bringing in Terrence Brooks from New England. They're getting it. Who else has been active? Oh, the New York Jets. The Jets are always active in free agency, seems like. But Corey Davis, wide receiver 1, had a nice rehab year with the Tennessee Titans, former number 5 overall pick out of Western Michigan. So Corey Davis and Denzel Mims, that's a really nice 1-2 punch, man. Plus Jamison Crowder hanging out, playing the slot. And then you get Carl Lawson coming over from the Bengals. And you get Mosley back. Last year was an opt-out, but he was a big-time free agent signee in 2019. After they didn't get Anthony Barr, they threw all their money at C.J. Mosley coming up from the Ravens. They got Jared Davis. Davis will bring a toughness to the middle of Robert Saleh's new defense. I like it, man. Overall, let's see, who else is getting it? Shakir Barrett, no shocker. Yeah, some of these larger deals, kind of underwhelmed. Like, there's a lot going on, but Yannick getting $13 million per. I mean, that's sort of surprising. Like, that is low. Like, that's half of the top tier edge rusher money. But is Yannick a top tier edge rusher? I don't know. But the Raiders certainly needed help on the edge, so that one makes sense. But I like what the Chargers did. Offensive line is booty. You got your future franchise quarterback. So bringing in Filer in from the Steelers, who was hurt last year, and Corey Linsley, spending that money. Also, it frees up what you can do in the draft. So you don't necessarily have to go offensive line at 13. Thuney. It's unfortunate. I will remember you. Will you remember me? So who else? Zach Warren. No. Darby. How did Ronald Darby get $10 million per year? How did that happen? Like, I understand that Denver needed to replace A.J. Bouye, but it's Ronald Darby, you know? But what can you do? Hendrickson talked about, John Johnson going to the Browns. I like that move. So Delpit was second-round pick out of LSU, great coverage safety. John Johnson III is a tough, he's a tough dude. I think that's going to be a really nice safety combination for Kevin Stefanski and company. And also, you look at the price tag. That's not a lot. $11.25 million per. That's not a lot for Johnny Johnson, who played last year on the franchise tag. I believe that was the second year on the tag. Also, man, I love the Bears. The Bears. So they miss out on Russell Wilson, and all the Bears fans saying, we're signing Russell. No, you're not. You were never going to trade for Russell Wilson. But signing Andy Dalton just means that you're giving up. And re-signing Jermaine Ifedi, it means that you are giving up. Hilarious. Also, what is up with Pat Elflein? Man, so got cut by the Vikings, was so-so in a handful of games with the Jets, and then the Panthers were like, we got to get us some of that. 3 years, $13.5 million, $4.5 million per for Pat Elflein, and he's going to play guard since Matt Paradise is your center. What is happening? Wow. It's hilarious. Of course, Zeitler with the Ravens. Hate you, Ravens. And J.J. Watt. But, I mean, there's a lot of top-tier dudes that are still available. Let's sort this thing out. Yeah, let's go by available. Enhance. There you go. So Alex Smith out there chilling. AJ Green, K'Wan Short. It's a lot of either guys that are coming off of injury, guys that were cap casualties, or old dudes, or a combination of the three. Patrick Peterson, AJ Bouye out there chilling at cornerback. Jadeveon Clowney. I think secret's out. Like, Clowney was definitely not worth the money. You saw it when he was drafted number 1 overall by Houston. You saw it with Seattle. You saw it with Tennessee last year. I think he may be chilling out there for a while. Eric Fisher is a competent left tackle. I think he will ink up somewhere for decent money. Simmons got paid, and he got tagged again. Anthony Harris is out there. Trey Turner, the former 5-time Pro Bowler, out there chilling. Kareem Jackson, wow. A little bit older, but whatever. LaMarcus Joyner, what's the deal with the Raiders giving away 80% of their offensive line, by the way? That is really hilarious. I think Levante David got re-signed, didn't he? Pretty sure that's right. Richard Sherman is just hanging out there. Kyle Rudolph, Riley Reif, 2 former Vikings out there, and Ndamukong Suh. Ndamukong Suh every single year just hangs out in free agency, and they gets big money right towards the end, which is kind of funny. Trubisky Ponder's out there. Let's look at the quarterbacks. God. I mean, it's still a buyer's market, especially at wide receiver. The Vikings want some wide receiver 3 help. You look who's still out there. I mean, the cupboard ain't bare, man. It ain't. Keelan Cole still out there. But we wanted to look at quarterbacks, right? No. Quarterback. Come on. All right. Maybe it is a little bit bare. So Trubisky, McCarron, RG. Never mind. Quarterback market sucks. But let's look at specifically offensive line. And specifically guard. Why not? Because Vikings fans freaking out because, what about guard? You haven't signed guard, blah, blah, blah. You look, there's some good names left, man. And the Vikings are freeing up cap space. Trey Turner, Gabe Jackson. Not Richie Incognito, but Easton, Lane Taylor is still out there. Austin Blythe, Ethan Posich out there chilling. So Jermaine Elamanior, who I really like, former Baltimore Raven, and as well as Patriot. Kletch Assembly showed he can stay healthy, just out there. So yeah, I'm still fine, and I'm not on board of the Vikings and Spielman ignore the offensive line. No, the box is gonna get checked. Don't worry, son. But yeah, free agency is fun, man. And open free agency hasn't even officially started yet until 4 p.m. Eastern time. Just imagine what will happen after that. Wink. Bomb. But your thoughts, us take a look at free agency so far as of right now, 11:43 Central Time a.m. on Wednesday. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post up on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.